we take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right. Jason Randolph, Kevin Click on the front row. Matt Dixon, Michael Meek, Ryan Scheit, Steve Turner, Hunter Conley, and Casey Gus. So these guys are getting, I got to get a better press box. Here we go. All right, Gary, sorry about that. Gary Kieser here in the booth. And how are you doing tonight, Gary?
Doing good, Mike. Glad to be a part of the team tonight here at Lernerville Speedway for the finale for the DSRL series presented by Tim Sims.
Yes, getting ready to go green here for heat race number 1, presented by Super Clean. Jason Randolph, Kevin Click here on the front row. Green flag in the air. Good jump by Jason Randolph. Kevin Click. Michael Meek looking on the inside for the second spot. Jason Randolph right against the outside berm. 3 wide here for the race lead off turn number 4. Jason Randolph, Kevin Click, Michael Meek, Matt Dixon, Hunter Conley, the top 5. Working through turns 3 and 4 here. Jason Randolph still out front. Kevin Click, Michael Meek, Matt Dixon. All these guys working down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Jason Randolph completing lap number 3. Kevin Click still second. Michael Meek, Matt Dixon, Hunter Conley, Ryan Scheit, Steve Turner, Casey Gus. The 8 cars running on the racetrack. 4 down, 4 to go. That time by for Jason Randolph. Kevin Click, Michael Meek through turns 3 and 4. 3 to go this time. Jason Randolph pulling away by just over a half a second over Kevin Click and Michael Meek, Matt Dixon, and Hunter Conley, the top 5. Going to see 2 laps to go. Next time by for race leader Jason Randolph. White flag in the air. Meek and Click side by side for the second spot. Kevin Click's going to slide up. Michael Meek going to try to cross him back over. Matt Dixon in that battle as well. But off turn number 4, Jason Randolph will win. Heat race number 1 presented by Super Clean. Michael Meek second, Kevin Click third, Matt Dixon, Hunter Conley, Steve Turner, Casey Gus, and then Ryan Scheit. Heat race number 1 in the books there, Gary. We were here a couple weeks ago with, I believe it was a 410 series on Thursdays, and it was a pretty hard race to run. These guys were all over the racetrack, going over the berm, and it's a very interesting racetrack here with the Lernerville Speedway.
Lernerville, definitely a different type of racetrack than a lot of these guys are used to. A lot of the ones walls all the way around, like Eldora Speedway, places like that. They come to Lernerville with the berms over the edge, and it makes it a little bit tricky, and the track slicks off, makes it very difficult.
All right, get ready for heat race number 2, presented by Hoosier Tire. Waiting for the pole sitter to grid, actually. Still waiting for one more to grid. I'm not sure where he's at. Starting on the pole, and there we go. All right, starting on the pole is the number 6 of Jeremy Isabel, starting on his outside in the Elbows Up Sim Sport. Number 25, that is Richie Preston. Starting third in the number 25, that is Joe Isabel. Starting fourth is Cody Hartlob. Starting fifth in the Black Diamond Motorsports, Tim Sims Ultimate Dirt TV 1-9 Design, number 80 from Plymouth, Wisconsin. The race number 2 series champion here, taking his victory lap here tonight, that is Josh Stanky. Starting 6th in the number 54, that is Matt Westfall. Starting 7th in the Lloyd Racing Outlaw Racing Wings, number 28 from Blanchard, Oklahoma, that is Chris Lloyd. And starting in 8th in the JGR Racing, number 17 from Lima, Ohio, that is Justin Sly. So 8 cars going 8 laps. Top 3 to tonight's A main. Everybody else to the to the consolation races. Kevin, I'm pretty sure these are all fixed setups. So everybody's on a fixed setup, I believe, in this race. What are you looking for heat race number 2 here, Gary?
Sentimental value going to Justin Sly. Justin, one of my buddies back home here in Lima, Ohio. Look forward to seeing how he does tonight. Going to be tough to beat Josh Steinke. I heard he picked up a championship with one of these series here not too long ago with the Tim Sim series.
Yep, Josh Steinke currently going to start in the 5th spot here in heat race number 2. Green flag in the air. Jeremy Isabel out front. Richie Preston. Ooh, a little bit of contact there with Joe Isabel. He's going to fall back to 5th as Richie Preston looking for the race lead there off turn number 4. Couldn't do it. Jeremy Isabel, Richie Preston, Josh Steinke, Cody Hartlob, Joe Isabel, the top 5, Chris Lloyd, Matt Westfall. The 7 cars running on the racetrack. Justin Slides taking it to the trailer for already here in heat race number 2. Jeremy Isabel still out front. Richie Preston, Josh Steinke, Cody Hartlob, the front 4. Going to see completing lap number 3 this time. 5 to go. Jeremy Isabel working right through the middle of the racetrack. Through turns 3 and 4. Richie Preston still second. Josh Steinke third. 4 laps to go. Josh Steinke, Cody Hartlob side by side for the 3rd spot. Down the back straightaway, Cody Hartlob's going to edge ahead into turns 3 and 4. 3 laps to go this time for Jeremy Isabel. Cody Hartlob and Richie Preston get together there. Is Cody Hartlob's going to take over the 2nd spot. Josh Steinke's going to take over 3rd. Richie Preston back to 4th. Joe Isabel 5th. Matt Westfall in 6th. 2 laps to go. 3 wide back here for the 3rd spot. Joe Isabel, Richie Preston, Josh Steinke. Steinke got the worst end of that one. White flag in the air for Jeremy Isabel. Through turns 1 and 2, down the back straightaway. Cody Hartlob trying to get a good run. Is going to dive to the inside. One last ditch effort here off turn number 4, but Jeremy Isabel will win heat race number 2, presented by Hoosier Tires. Cody Hartlob 2nd, Richie Preston 3rd, Joe Isabel, Josh Steinke, Matt Westfall. Pretty good racing there in that one, Gary. A lot of guys all over the racetrack still. A couple guys right up against that berm, but still seems like the main line is right through the middle of the racetrack.
Racetrack definitely starting to change. Like you said, though, right up on that cushion, right through that middle, those guys are able to run pretty steady. You got some great guys that finish that race right up next to each other. Caused a little problem for Josh Steinke there at the end of it.
Getting ready for heat race number 3 now coming on to the racetrack, presented by Red Lobster. Starting on the pole in the Slide Job Motorsports, number 67, that is Miles Jansen. Starting on his outside in the Black Diamond Motorsports, number 90, that is Trevor Royer. Starting 3rd in the Black Diamond Motorsports, number 1 from Pittsboro, Indiana, race number 1 series champion, that is Mason Hannigan. Starting in the 4th spot in the Brent Marks Racing, Wicked Cushion, number 15, that is Michael Sheridan. Starting 5th in the number 15, that is Carter Chevalier. Starting 6th in the number 7, that is Josh Close. Starting 8th in the Brown & Miller Racing Solutions, number 88 from Concord, North Carolina, that is John Harper. And starting in 8th in the 00, that is Kenny Wentz. 8 cars going 8 laps here in heat race number 3, presented by Red Lobster. Top 3 to tonight's A main, everybody else to the consolations. Heat race 3 of 4. Green flag. Good jump by Miles Jansen, Trevor Royer, Mason Hannigan. Side by side as Mason Hannigan was all over the inside grass there through turns 1 and 2. Going to get down on the bottom side of the racetrack looking for the race lead. Couldn't hang on to it there. It's going to allow Trevor Royer get on his outside for the 2nd spot. Hannigan on the bottom side of the racetrack. Teammates here. Mason Hannigan, new team to the Black Diamond Motorsports stable. Sheridan looking to go right through the middle. Couldn't do it that time. Still side by side for the 2nd spot. Miles Jansen out front. Mason Hannigan 2nd. Trevor Royer right there. Michael Sheridan in 4th. Is Hannigan throwing the crazy slide job here in 3 and 4. He'll take it at the line going into turn number 1. It's Miles Jansen's going to fall back to the 2nd spot. Trevor Royer in 3rd. Michael Sheridan, Carter Chevalier. John Harper, Josh Close, Kenny Wentz. The 8 cars running here in heat race number 3. 4 down, 4 to go that time as Carter Chevalier gets into it with Michael Sheridan. Both cars keep going on the racetrack. Mason Hannigan off turn number 4, 3 to go. Miles Jansen went somewhere. There he is. He's coming back. Really flashing here. Miles Jansen down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4 in the second spot. Trevor Royer in third. Michael Sheridan in fourth. 2 to go that last time for Mason Hannigan. White flag in the air this time by for Mason Hannigan here in heat race number 3, presented by Red Lobster. Through turns 1 and 2 for the second spot. Miles Jansen, Trevor Royer. Royer's going to throw the slide job here in 3 and 4. Mason Hannigan will win heat race number 3. Trevor Royer will finish in second. Miles Jansen third. Michael Sheridan fourth. Carter Chevalier, John Harper, Josh Close, and Kenny Wentz. Great finish there at the end of heat race number 3 there, Gary. Great slide job there through turns 3 and 4 to get into the second spot.
Mason Hannigan showing just what he had in that first race tonight. It's starting off tonight, or the second race, the same place he finished up right out front. We'll see if he can do the same in the feature.
All right, getting heat race number 4 lined up here in the chute, presented by Simpson Race Products. All right, going to get heat race number 4 now here onto the racetrack. Starting on the pole in the Ted & Brown's Quality Paint and Body Shop, PG Racing, number 92 from Hopstead, Indiana. That is Peyton Grease, starting on his outside. In the second spot in the Liquid Nitro Racing, Duke Distributing Quality Freight Rate Mars Race Cars, number 7 from Menominee, Wisconsin. That is Jimmy Mars. Starting third in the Black Diamond Motorsports, Tim Sims Ultimate Dirt TV, number 91. That is Ernie Williams. Starting fourth in the UDSRA Highside Racewear TH Designs, number 19 from Hanover, Pennsylvania. That is Troy Wagaman. Starting in the 5th position in the Alzheimer's Awareness Dirt Racing Network, number 14. That's Jeff Peterson. Starting 6th in the JZ iRacing Photography, number 54 from Fremont, Ohio. That is Alex Staudiger. And starting in 7th in the Tim Sims iRacing Wicked Cushion, number 24, that is Tim Nichols. 7 cars going 8 laps here in heat race number 4, presented by Simpson Race Products. Green flag in the air. Down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Peyton Grease out front. Ernie Williams in second. Jimmy Mars in third. A little bit of contact between Mars and Peyton Grease. Ernie Williams going to take over the race lead. Troy Wagaman's going to take over second. Alex Staudiger in third. 4 wide for the second position. Alex Staudiger, Troy Wagaman, Peyton Grease, Jimmy Mars, Jeff Peterson, all right there. Top 6. You could throw a blanket over second through 6th here as they work through turns 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Still trying to track down Ernie Williams. Pulling away by a full second now with 4 laps to go. Looks like Staudiger is going to edge ahead in the second spot, right up against that outside berm. Down the back straightaway as Jimmy Mars goes over the berm as soon as we were talking about Jimmy Mars over the berm. 3 to go for Ernie Williams. Alex Staudiger in second. Peyton Grease third. Troy Wagaman almost looped it around. Jeff Peterson's going to go by in the 4th spot. Ernie Williams going to see 2 laps to go this time. Alex Staudiger still riding in second. Peyton Grease third. Jeff Peterson, Troy Wagaman now is going to take over 4th. Jeff Peterson back to 5th. Jimmy Mars 6th. Tim Nichols in 7th. White flag in the air here for Ernie Williams with Alex Staudiger coming. Both cars right up against the cushion on the outside there down the back straightaway. Staudiger's going to dive to the inside one more time. Can't do it. Ernie Williams will win heat race number 4, presented by Simpson Race Products. Alex Staudiger second, Peyton Grease third, Troy Wagaman fourth, Jimmy Mars fifth, Jeff Peterson will finish in sixth, and Tim Nichols will finish in seventh.
Ernie Williams looking like he was going to take off with that one. Got reeled back in there at the end by Staudinger. Williams looking to avenge his defeat in the race number 1 tonight. Let's see if he can pick up a second one tonight.
All right, going to get C Main now onto the racetrack. Everybody in the chute waiting for 2 more. No, everybody's here. So top 4 to the rear of tonight's B Main. Going to have 10 cars. Once again, appreciate everybody tuning in here to the Dirt Racing Network. Tim Sims, Monday Night Thunder Series here with the Dirt Slingers. Mike Peterson, Gary Kieser on the call for you here tonight. Race number 2. Mason Hannigan picked up the win and the championship for the race number 1 series. 2 races, but each race has their own series, the season-long series. So race number 1 had his own series. Race number 2 had his own series. So it's a lot of bookkeeping for Roger, but he enjoys doing it. So, but yeah, Mason Hannigan picked up the win and the series championship. Josh Stanky already picked up the series championship here for race number 2. So he's just out here taking his victory lap. But we got C-Main onto the racetrack. C-Main on the racetrack here, Gary. Got a lot of guys that looking to get into the top 4. They want to continue the evening, but this track's going to start to widen out even more and get right up against that berm without going over.
You got it. Guys like Tim Nichols having trouble getting the traction all night tonight, trying to find a way around this slick track here at Lernerville, along with Matt Westfall, Justin Sly starting deep in this one. We'll see what they can do at this C-Main.
All right. Starting on the pole will be Chris Lloyd. John Harper will start second. Jeff Peterson third. Casey Gus fourth. Matt Westfall fifth. Josh Close in sixth. Tim Nichols seventh. Ryan Scheit eighth. Justin Sly ninth. And Kenny Wentz in 10th. Going green this time, 10 laps. Top 4 to the rear of the B. Getting ready to go. Chris Lloyd got to get up there. Getting ready. Green flag in the air. Chris Lloyd, John Harper. Side by side, going into turns 3 and 4. Jeff Peterson in the 3rd spot. Casey Gus in 4th. Josh Close going to take over 4th. Going to try to go on the outside of Jeff Peterson. John Harper looking for the race lead here off turn number 2. Chris Lloyd's going to fall back into the 2nd spot. Jeff Peterson in 3rd. Josh Close 4th. Casey Gus in 5th. Harper's going to pull away. Chris Lloyd in 2nd. Jeff Peterson in 3rd. Josh Close 4th. Currently in that 4th and final transfer spot with the caution coming on the racetrack. Casey Gus. See what happened to Casey. Got over the berm and then just decided to come to a stop. So to bring out the caution flag. So Casey Gus, first retiree of the evening here in race number 2. What'd you see so far in those first 4 laps there, Gary? Kind of guys all over the racetracks. A couple right up against the outside berm, couple on the inside, and everybody was kind of all over the place.
A lot to be picked up here during the C-Main to try to learn some of the track conditions, but it looks like Harper going to be really tough to run down in this one. Matt Westfall trying to battle his way in as well. Matt, no stranger, battling his way into races all over the country.
Run down the top 10 here for you. John Harper, Chris Lloyd, Jeff Peterson, Josh Close, Ryan Scheit, Justin Sly, Tim Nichols, Kenny Wentz, and Casey Gus taking it to pit road. So still 9 cars running on the racetrack. Looks like we'll have about 4 laps to go when they take the green flag. Once again, Roger Wagner will have the Dirt Sprint Car Championship Series Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And then I will be back Thursday night with the Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw Series race. Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time for that one as well. Then Roger Wagner has 2 races, the iRacing Fast Series, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and then another race after that. So 2 races on Friday. So we got a full week of racing here on the Dirt Racing Network. Oh, I forgot Lernerville. They do 4 laps. All right, going green next time. So we're going to have 3 laps to go when they take the green flag. All right, John Harper, Chris Lloyd, Jeff Peterson, Josh Close, the front 4. Pace trucks up, green flag, back in the air. John Harper working right through the middle of the racetrack, slides up to the cushion there. Chris Lloyd in second, Jeff Peterson in third, Josh Close in fourth. 2 to go this time. Harper pulling away now. Over Chris Lloyd, Jeff Peterson, Josh Close looking on the outside of Jeff Peterson. He's going to take over that 4th spot. Ryan Scheit right there as well. White flag in the air. Jeff faded away there for a second. John Harper still out front. Josh Close looking to go by Chris Lloyd for the 2nd spot. Ryan Scheit wants that there off turn number 4 as well to get into the B main. John Harper will win the C main. Josh Close, Ryan Scheit, and Chris Lloyd be the 4 that transfer through. All right, B main coming onto the racetrack here. All right, Gary, gonna have about, I think, 13 cars. Gonna have 8 going to top 8 going to the rear of the A. So it's gonna have a big transfer, but a lot of guys want to get into tonight's A main. So looks like we're gonna send 5 home. So we're gonna see who those 5 are.
And lots of great guys going to have to load up to wait till Thursday to get back on the track, and we'll see how this shakes out in the B main to fill out our field for tonight's A main here at Lernerville Speedway.
All right, going to grid it up here. Matt Dixon's going to start on the pole. Joe Isabel in second. Michael Sheridan in third. Troy Wagaman in fourth. Hunter Conley fifth. Josh Stanky sixth. Carter Chevalier seventh. Jimmy Mars eighth. Steve Turner ninth. John Harper 10th. Josh Close 11th. Chris Lloyd will start 12th. And Ryan Scheit in 13th. Going 12 laps. Top 8 to the rear of tonight's A main. Here in the B main, presented by General Tires. Going to have the Lucas Oil pole dash coming on to the racetrack soon as we finish up with this one. And then we'll get the Tim Sims A main ready to go. All right, getting ready to go here. Green flag. Good jump by Matt Dixon through turns 1 and 2. Michael Sheridan riding in the second spot. Joe Isabel third. Troy Wagaman's over the berm. Got punted over the berm there. He's going to try to come back onto the racetrack. Going to fall all the way back to the 13th running position. Troy Wagaman. Terrible half a lap there down the back straightaway, then through turns 3 and 4. Matt Dixon out front. Joe Isabel, Michael Sheridan, Hunter Conley, the front 4. Josh Stanky 5th. Carter Chevalier, Jimmy Mars, John Harper. Currently in the final Josh Close now in that final transfer spot. Steve Turner trying to get into that last and final transfer spot. Can't do it. Josh Close going to hang on to 8th. Ryan Scheit, 9th. Steve Turner, Chris Lloyd, Troy Wagaman, Jimmy Mars. The 13 car still running on the racetrack, completing lap number 4 with 8 to go. Dixon still out front, right up against the outside berm. Joe Isabel second. Michael Sheridan in third. Josh Stanky's coming alive in fourth. Carter Chevalier back to fifth. Matt Dixon really wheeling it right outside against that cushion, right up against the berm. Going to see 6 laps to go here off turn number 4. Joe Isabel still in second. Michael Sheridan, Josh Stanky, then a long way back to Carter Chevalier riding in the 5th spot. Hunter Conley, John Harper, Josh Close still hanging on to the 8th and final transfer position. 5 laps to go this time. Caution on the racetrack. See Ryan Scheit here off turn number 4. Let's see what happened to Ryan. Ooh, Josh Stanky, John Harper. I'm going to have to rewind that one more time. See what happened to those guys. Looks like Connolly, Harper, Close got together. Ryan Scheit just was right there as well. It's going to change up the front of the field. Matt Dixon, Joe Isabel, Michael Sheridan, Josh Stanky, Carter Chevalier, Hunter Conley, Josh Close, Steve Turner. Now in the 8th and final transfer spot. Chris Lloyd, Troy Wagman, the top 10. Got a couple cars there that have fallen in the back there, Gary, that are going to look to get into the top 8 with just a couple. No, it might even finish it, actually, because we're going to run a couple more caution laps. But seeing a lot of great racing here. It's going to shape up for a pretty crazy pole dash and an A main as soon as we finish up and get ready to go over to those sessions.
Not just a crazy B main, but a crazy night of racing all the way around. A lot of great cars done for the night. It's going to be interesting to see how tonight's pole dash and A main shake out. Thanks to Tim Sims, Wicked Energy Gum, Red Lobster, General Tire, everyone for helping out in this great performance tonight at Lernerville Speedway.
All right, I believe we're gonna finish because they do 4 pace laps here at the Lernerville Speedways for some reason here on iRacing. So looks like the B main's gonna finish up here under caution. B main presented. Oh, we're going 1 to go. Okay, I didn't see the pace truck jump off. So Matt Dixon out front. Joe Isabel, Michael Sheridan, Josh Stanky on the bottom side. Side by side, Josh Stanky, Michael Sheridan. Matt Dixon's going to win tonight's B main presented by General Tire. Joe Isabel is going to finish in second. Josh Stanky, Michael Sheridan, Hunter Conley, Steve Turner, Carter Chevalier, and John Harper. All right, going to get these guys to clear out. We're going to get the pole dash onto the racetrack presented by Lucas Oil. All right, Gary, got the pole dash. Top 2 from each heat race. So we're going to get 8 cars coming down the racetrack. These are the fastest ones of the night. What do you expect to see here in the pole dash?
You're going to see these fastest guys searching around to try to find a great line to start the race at so they can get out front and get away early. But it's a long way to go in the A main. Guys are going to find a new way and try to run them down.
All right, getting the pole dash coming onto the racetrack here. We got Mason Hannigan, Alex Staudiger, Jeremy Isabel, Kevin Click, Cody Hartlob, Michael Meek, Ernie Williams, and Jason Randolph. All right, we got 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. Still waiting for one more. I think I'm not sure if Kevin Click's supposed to be out here or not. Still sitting back there on pit road. Or in the pits. All right, looks like we had a little bit of mix up here. Kevin Click. Looks like we had a mix-up. Kevin Click was being called out, but he is not. So Trevor Royer is now going to come onto the racetrack here to complete the 8-car field. All right, it's going to be Ernie Williams, Mason Hannigan on the front row. Jeremy Isabel and Jason Randolph, row 2. Michael Meek and Cody Hartlob in row 3. Trevor Royer and Alex Stoudiger in row 4. Going 8 laps. Going to set the first 4 rows of tonight's A main. Green flag. Good jump by Ernie Williams through turns 1 and 2. Trevor Royer all over the grass there in the 8th spot. Jeremy Isabel through the middle. Mason Hannigan right up against the outside. Michael Meek on the bottom side of the racetrack. 2 distinct lines here through 1 and 2 in the pole dash. Michael Meek, Jeremy Isabel, Mason Hannigan. Good battle, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Almost 3 wide here off turn number 4 to complete lap number 3 that time. Ernie Williams still out front. Michael Meek's going to take over 2nd. Jeremy Isabel really working that race car. Cody Hartlob trying to get up into this battle as well. Mason Hannigan going to take over 3rd. Cody Hartlob looking to the inside halfway. 4 down, 4 to go. Cody Hartlob wants the 3rd spot from Mason Hannigan side by side. Hannigan's going to take it here off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Hartlob on the bottom side. Mason Hannigan on the outside. Hannigan's going to take it over the 3rd spot. Hartlob back to 4th. Alex Stoudiger, Jeremy Isabel battling for 5th and 6th. Going to see 2 laps to go this time for Ernie Williams. Michael Meek, Mason Hannigan, Cody Hartlob, Alex Stoudiger, the top 5. Jeremy Isabel in 6th. Jason Randolph 7. Trevor Royer in 8th. White flag in the air this time for Ernie Williams. Down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4 for the final time, and Ernie Williams will win tonight's pole dash presented by Lucas Oil. Michael Meek will finish in 2nd. Mason Hannigan 3rd. Cody Hartlob 4th. Alex Stoudiger was going to be 5th, but he is not. Jeremy Isabel 5th. Jason Randolph 6th. Trevor Royer 7th. And Alex Stoudiger is going to come home in the 8th spot. Good racing there, Gary, in the pole dash. Just a little precursor for tonight's A main.
Maybe he pulled out. Okay. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I read it wrong.
See my commercial ad yet?
Now, do they invert the top 4 from the dash then? Is that how it
No,
works?
it's straight up.
Okay.
All right. Should be advancing here shortly.
You can hear some.
What do you think you're going to see here at Gary in tonight's A main? Got 20 cars getting ready to go 30 laps. All right. Gary, are you with me? Still trying to figure out this TeamSpeak deal. So, Gary, you there?
Got me now?
Yeah, I got you, man. What do you think we're going to see in tonight's A main? Got 20 cars going 30 laps here tonight.
Tim, looks like Tim Sims may have bought Nerdy Williams a new set of tires tonight, ready going into tonight's A main, flying there during the dash. Looking forward to seeing him and his teammate Mason Hannigan tonight doing battle in tonight's A main. But guys like Michael Meek, Jeremy Isabel looking good. Could be a very tough 40-lap A main here at the Lernerville Speedway.
All right, should be getting ready to line them up, getting ready to go green. Waiting for race control to advance the session. As soon as we do that, they're going to pace around once they take the Irish and green flag. Race control will rearrange those first 4 rows, and then once he is satisfied, we're going to cut him loose. All right, here we go. Getting ready to go. Racing advance the season. Josh Dankey, race number 2 champion. Gonna make his victory lap here in this race here tonight. Gonna start in the 15th position. All right, getting 20 cars lined up here in the chute.
Just a little reminder, Mason Hannigan can pick up the win here in the second race after picking up the season race 1 series win tonight. We'll see if he can pick up the second race 2 win tonight. He'll get a special prize pack from Tim Sims.
Oh, Tim busting out the big prize pack for two wins here tonight for Mason Hannigan. So Tim's going to open up the big prize closet for Mason Hannigan if he could pick up both wins here tonight. All right, cars rolling on the racetrack. We're going to get them up here. We're going to give you from, whoops, went a little too far. We'll give you from 9th on back because we're going to rearrange those first 4 rows. So starting 9th will be Kevin Click. Starting 10th, Richie Preston. 11th, Miles Jansen. 12th, Peyton Grease. 13th, Matt Dixon. 14th, Joe Isabel. 15th, Josh Stanky. 16th, Michael Sheridan. 17th, Hunter Conley. 18th, Carter Chevalier. 19th, Josh Close. And 20th will be Steve Turner. So once again, Race Control is going to rearrange those first 4 rows as soon as they take the Irish and green flag. Once he's satisfied, we're going to cut him loose for 30 green flag laps here tonight.
Green, green, green.
All right, getting these guys rearranged here. Ernie Williams, Michael Meek on the front row. Mason Hannigan, Cody Hartlob in row 2. Jason Randolph. Jeremy Isabel, row 3. Trevor Royer, Alex Staudiger, row 4. Kevin Click. All right, got to get these guys back paced up. Pace speed. Going green this time. Going to lap 32.
40 laps of distance here at the Lernerville Speedway. Race fans, let's get it on!
Green flag in the air. Michael Meek, Ernie Williams side by side into turn number 1. Ernie's going to slide up. Going to take over the race lead. Through turns 3 and 4. Still side by side. Meek on the outside. Williams on the inside. Down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Michael Meek's going to slide up. Ernie's going to try to cross him back over. Big gaggle of cars 2 by 2 all the way through the field. Michael Meek, Mason Hannigan right there. It's good trying to get alongside of him. Couldn't do it. Meek's going to look on the inside of Williams for the race lead. Ernie's going to drift up, going to fall all the way down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Hannigan on the bottom side of the racetrack looking for the race lead. Couldn't do it. Mason Hannigan's going to almost loop it around. Looks like he's going to keep his foot in the gas, keep it going in the right direction. Going to fall all the way back to the 16th running position. Mason Hannigan off turn number 4 wanted the race lead, but instead he's going to fall all the way back to 16th. Ernie Williams out front. Michael Meek in the 2nd spot. Jeremy Isabel 3rd. Cody Hartlob 4th. Jason Randolph in 5th. Ernie Williams out front. Front 3 cars pulling away. Cody Hartlob in a big-time traffic behind him from 4th on back. Three wide for the 4th spot. Trevor Royer going to slide up in front of Joe Isabel. Jason Randolph. Cody Hartlob right there from 4th on back. Crazy racing here all over the racetrack from 4th on back. Front 3 cars pulling away. Jeremy Isabel. Cody Hartlob. Trevor Royer. Michael Sheridan coming into this battle as Royer kept his foot in the gas, kept it in the right direction, falls all the way back to the 13th spot. Going to check back in here. Mason Hannigan. Oh, he's taking it to pit road. Mason Hannigan done for the evening here. Still got 18 cars running on the racetrack. Ernie Williams still out front. Michael Meek in 2nd. Jeremy Isabel 3rd. Cody Hartlob 4th. And Jason Randolph in the 5th spot. Michael Sheridan, Kevin Click, Matt Dixon, Carter Chevalier, and Josh Stanky now in the top 10. Josh Stanky making his victory lap. Here is the Race 2 Series champion here on the Monday Night Thunder Series powered by Tim Sims. Josh Stanky looking for 9th over Carter Chevalier. Then Matt Dixon next on the hit list trying to get around him for 8th. Is Richie Preston's right there as well.
Mike looks like the race for the lead heating up out front between Ernie Williams and Michael Meek.
Meeks closed it in under a half a second. He's going to drive to the bottom side now through turns 1 and 2. Ernie Williams still right up against the outside berm. Long way back to Jeremy Isabel in 3rd. Cody Hartlob, Jason Randolph halfway. 15 down, 15 to go as Ernie putting the outside fence down the front straightaway. It's going to allow Michael Meek to close in. Got it to within a car length going into turns 3 and 4. Michael Meek all over Ernie Williams here for the race lead. Dives to the inside as Ernie putting the outside fence one more time going into turn number 1. Ernie had big momentum there off turn number 2 to regain the race lead. Hunter Conley off the racetrack here. Taking it back to pit road. Should keep it clean and green here. Ernie Williams right up against the berm. Michael Meek in 2nd. Jeremy Isabel 3rd. Cody Hartlob, Jason Randolph the top 5. Closing in on 10 laps to go as Meek puts it over the berm. Gonna bring out a caution flag as he tried to come back onto the racetrack. We're gonna go back and watch that one. That was insane. Oh, we gotta go back a little bit more. Michael Meek looped it around, went over the berm, came flying back here onto the racetrack to bring out the caution flag.
Crazy series of events right there with Meek closing in on Ernie, showing Ernie the nose, Ernie able to pull back away, and then Meek just running out of real estate, getting over the berm, looping it out and bringing it out to the caution.
Great start of the race here. Went about 20 or so laps caution free. Had a couple close calls. Those guys kind of almost looped it around there off turn number 4 a couple times. Mason Hannigan, I believe Trevor Royer as well. Almost to bring out the caution flag, but everybody kept their foot in the gas, kept the car in the right direction. Track looks pretty slicked off from bottom to top. It's going to be a pretty finesse way to get around here in these last 10 or so laps before we crown a race winner here tonight, Gary.
Ernie definitely looking strong, but Meek showing maybe some chinks in Ernie's armor. Ernie not able to move around too much, but we'll see if anybody else has anything for the number 91 Tim Sims Black Diamond Motorsports entry.
All right, top 10 before we cut him loose. Going to go green next time. Ernie Williams, Jeremy Isbell, Cody Hartlob, Jason Randolph, Kevin Click, Michael Sheridan, Richie Preston, Carter Chevalier, Josh Stanky, and Trevor Royer. Still got 18 cars running on the racetrack. Going to lap 36, so just outside 10 laps to go. Green flag back in the air. Great jump by Ernie Williams. Jeremy Isabel looking on his inside. Can't do anything with him. Cody Hartlob in the 3rd spot. Hartlob's going to dive to the inside for the 2nd position here off turn number 4. Couldn't do it. Jason Randolph, Kevin Click, the top 5. Michael Sheridan in 6. Richie Preston, Carter Chevalier, Josh Stanky, Trevor Royer, the top 10. Ernie Williams off turn number 4. 11 laps to go. Going to see 10 laps to go next time by. Or that was 10 to go, excuse me, from race control in my ear. Jeremy Isabel in the 2nd spot. Cody Hartlob, Kevin Click, Michael Sheridan, Jason Randolph. Pretty much everybody right up against the berm. Michael Sheridan, first one out of line. Nobody wants to flirt with it. We were here a few weeks ago with the Weekend RGM 410 Outlaw Series, and everybody seemed to want to go over the berm. I think almost half the field went over the berm, so everybody's really keeping their cool here so far. We still got about 8 laps to go. 3 wide back here for the 4th spot. Kevin Click, Jason Randolph, Michael Sheridan, Richie Preston, Carter Chevalier, Josh Stanky, Trevor Royer, the top 10. 2 and 3 wide back here from about 5th on back. They're closing in on 5 laps to go. Here it's going to be 5 this next time by. Jeremy Isabel got Cody Hartlob all over him for the 2nd spot. Going into turns 3 and 4. Going to see 5 laps to go for Ernie Williams out front. Jeremy Isabel, Cody Hartlob, Kevin Click, the front 4. Good battle here from 1st, 2nd. Is Hartlob's going to dive to the inside for the 2nd position. Here off turn number 4. Isabel crossing back over, going into turn number 1. Side by side for the race, or 2nd spot, excuse me. Ernie Williams, 2.1 seconds over Cody Hartlob and Jeremy Isabel. Going to see 2. Oh, as Jeremy Isabel and Hartlob got together. Jeremy Isabel kept his foot in the gas. Going to look to go back for the 2nd spot here through turns 3 and 4 with 2 laps to go. Cody Hartlob, Kevin Click, Jeremy Isbell, Michael Sheridan, Jason Randolph. Great battle here from 2nd on back. Ernie Williams out by 3 seconds with the white flag in the air this time. It's Josh Stanky almost looped it around, running in the 9th position. Down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Ernie Williams will pick up race number 2 win here with the Tim Sims Monday Night Thunder Series here at the Dirt Slingers. Cody Hartlob will finish in 2nd. And Jeremy Isabel, I believe, is going to finish in third. We're going to go back and watch that one more time. Yes, Jeremy Isabel, as those guys were crashing. But Ernie Williams will pick up the victory here in race number 2. Some great racing there, Gary, from about second on back. Everybody, Ernie was pretty checked out, but some great racing there behind him.
Absolutely. Great run by Isabel to pick up second. But I tell you what, I got to give a shout out to Michael Sheridan and Josh Steinke, both coming from the B main to make their way into 7th and 9th, respectively, tonight's A main.
We're going to get these guys to come on the front straightaway here. Got to stop before these guys get out. All right, going to get a quick word with these guys. Jeremy, got a copy. Jeremy Isbell, got a copy. Let's see if I can up his volume. Jeremy Isbell, got a copy.
Hello.
Yes,
Can you hear
gotcha.
me?
Yes, I got you now.
Alrighty, how's it going?
That's good, man. Great run for you. Crazy racing there about second half of the race, and you came home with third. Talk about the night.
Yeah, so we had a great heat. We can never, you can't beat the sets. Being the fixed sets, these are like the best sets out of all the fixed leagues that I've raced. And we had a strong finish in the heat. Unfortunately, we weren't that fast in the dash, so we were taking a 6th starting spot coming into the feature. But I knew that I could, I knew that my lap times were consistent as long as I hit my marks. I didn't have anything for Ernie. He was fast. He was gone. Cody had a faster race car. In the end of the race, I think I was driving a little too hard. But I knew if I shut down the bottom at the end on the last turn coming out of 4, that I could come up and I could close off that finish line top position to maintain at least the top 3 and get a podium. So all in all, I can't complain. My first podium with DSRL, so the night couldn't have gone better other than maybe a win or a second. But hey, I'll take the third any day.
Just talk about how the track changed throughout the night. We saw it really widen out. Everybody was pretty much right up against the cushion there in the end, but seemed like some people were trying to make the bottom work there, especially second half of the race.
Yeah, well, in the dash, the top was quick, and then all of a sudden, everybody blew my doors in on the bottom. So I was nervous. I like this track, but I'm a top guy on this track. I'm not good at the bottom. And I had seen that as well. And once the bottom started coming in on the second half of the race, and it kind of switched again, and then the middle was fast, the most of the race, but it kind of kept switching, and it was all over the place. I really think it was just entry and rolling on out through was was the fast line. It wasn't the top, wasn't the bottom. It was just momentum. And I started driving over my head, and the top was there, but it wasn't worth it for me to run the top every lap and play with danger like that, because I'll tell you right now, I'm the guy to go off the track if I'm running the top every lap. I can tell you that right now. So all in all, the track was good. It was slick. It makes for great racing. But I just ran the middle and the top a little bit in 3 and 4, and maintained the third position.
All right, man. Any thank yous before we let you go?
Yeah, for sure. Can't thank JIR Motorsports, Wicked Cushion, DSRL, the Racing Network. Roger, he does a great job. All the sponsorships that he brings onto the table. My brother Joe Isabel, he's the reason I got this game. We raced in real life, and we don't have the leisure of doing that anymore. And we jumped over to the dark side, to the sim, and I haven't looked back since. I really enjoy it. And I'd also like to thank my teammates. Josh Indick, Phil, Justin, they've all been great. They've coached me, and we've coached each other, and we've come a long way in 6 months. We're the newest team on the game. So, yeah, that's about it. And thank you again.
All right, man. Congrats on that third place finish.
Yeah, you too. Have a great night. Thank you.
Too, bud. Third place, Jeremy Isabel. Can you get Cody here in the channel? Cody, got a copy?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, man. Good run for you. Kept it in the front five or so, and came home with the second. Some crazy racing there about second half of the race. Just talk about how it was from the driver's seat.
Yeah, it got real fun there. The last second half of that race got real up against the top and real fine line, and it was basically came down to whoever made the least amount of mistakes up there. Ernie was pretty much gone at that point, but felt like I had a car to run at least second. Probably would have never called Ernie, even with a caution or anything. But it's just a great race. Felt real good up top. Made some mistakes, but minimized them and came home second.
Just talk about how the track was, especially there in the feature. Kind of really saw a change, and was at the top, and then guys were kind of searching all around to make up some ground, and it seemed like you were battling with a bunch of guys from second on back, and you kind of just had to run all over the racetrack where those guys weren't.
Yeah, in the dash, I tried to roll the bottom and kind of made that work a little bit. Made some mistakes down there, but was able to finish fourth. And then in the feature, kind of had a mindset it was going to have to be up top, but I figured at some point it might move down. It moved down a little bit there, about quarter of the way in, halfway in, but I was no good. I just had to keep going back up top. I tried the bottom on that one restart and wasn't good down there, and it just progressed to the top, and it was real thin, especially coming off of 2 and off of 4. If you missed it by a little bit, you were spinning the tires, but if you were in it, you were probably 5-10 mile an hour faster than the guy in front of you. So it was fun for sure. Congrats to Ernie on the win, and yeah, it was a great race.
All right, man. Any thank yous before we let you go?
Yeah, I got to thank you guys, DSRL, Roger, UDSRA, Flat Out Sim Series, everybody. I've been doing this for a while now, and it's fun just to get on here and have a good run.
All right, man. Congrats on that second place.
Alrighty, thank you.
Second place, Cody Hartlob. You can get Ernie here in the channel real quick. Ernie, got a copy, my friend.
Got you, Mark.
Good run there. You kind of set sail after that caution flag and really never looked back. And those guys were racing fiercely behind you, and it just allowed you to pull away. Just talk about how it was from the driver's seat, hitting those marks and making sure you kept the car under you there, especially towards the end.
Yeah, it was early in the track. It was about middle groove was coming in real good. Then I was checking my relative. I noticed Michael Meek was catching me. So I started going to the high side, figuring that's where the fast line was, and I just kept running that. And he still was catching me, but I just think he would have had to push it too hard. And apparently, I think that's what he did. He got over the cushion or something. I don't know exactly what he did. I just noticed his name was gone off the box for that caution, and he was fast there through the middle. It might have been a race. I don't know. Once I got to the cushion, I really wasn't. I was a little bit faster when I got there, but I wasn't going to give that line up once he got to me. So I just figured he would have to do some crazy slide job or something to get around me or something. So I just put it up there and ran up there on the cushion, and hopefully it worked out. Once the caution come for him, I pulled away a little bit, and it just seemed like nobody was catching me after that. It just seemed like it would have been a me and him race. And once he went away, it was pretty much just left me to keep my car on the track and run the 30 laps.
A couple weeks ago, we were here with the Outlaws on Thursday, and a lot of guys went over the berm and didn't see that much here tonight, especially you running right up against the cushion all night. Just talk about how it is running here right up against that cushion, especially you trying to hit your marks every lap, especially when you're pulling away by 2-3 seconds and trying to keep the car under you without making a mistake.
Well, usually when I get that big of a lead, I'll come down a tire width off of it or something. I won't run right at the edge like if I was trying to pass somebody or something like that. That probably allowed Michael to come and get me a little bit right there. And like I said, once he got to me, then I went up a little bit more to where the good stuff is, where it's a little tricky. Yeah, you can get on the gas a little bit up there more, but it's a fine line. It's 6 inches, 8 inches, and that's what you got to run with. If your car gets over it or under it, you're not on it. And so it's very tricky when you're racing for position. But when I get them leads like that, I don't really, because I'll send it over. I'm a guy that runs the high side, and I like to be, I like to be fast, and I like to push the limit all the time. So I've got here lately where if I get them leads, I won't tether around the whole cushion. I'll come and maybe just like a little baby slide job, like I said, about half a car length. Because it gets on entry in 1 and 3, it gets tricky about all them tracks. So if you get a little lead, yeah, you can. It's always nice to where you can just relax a little bit, where you're not on that cushion like that, where you have to get up there. Like I said, when he got to me, then that's when I moved up. And that's why he couldn't pass me, because he caught me. But once I got to the line that I wanted to run, where it was a little bit more give or take, the cushion might take from you, but it's just a chance you got to take. If you want to win the race, that's where you got to run, where he can't get around you easy.
All right, man. Any thank yous before we let you go celebrate?
Absolutely. I'll give a shout out to Dirt Racing Network. Roger for putting on the league, man. He puts on a lot of them, broadcasts a lot of them with you, DSRL. I love the league, man. It's awesome. Get a bunch of good competition here every week. Matt Henninger with Wicked Cushion and all the platforms he helps with on the simulator game. Tim Nichols with Tim Sims, Raven Graphics. I know Doyle does a bunch with us. Edmund Trophy Company. Black Diamond Motorsports. Congratulations to all the guys back at the shop. That's about it, man. We had a good night tonight. First and second and first race. Probably had a few more laps than that one. We could have maybe got a clean sweep, but other than that, we'll take it.
All right, man. Congrats on that win, and we'll talk to you again next time. That was your race winner, Ernie Williams. Gonna get Josh here in the channel. Josh Stink, you got a copy?
Yes, I do, Mike.
All right, brother. I'm gonna turn it over to Roger. He's got a couple things to say to you, and then we'll crown a champ.
Well, a couple of things. One of them is I think you guys got kind of lucky that that Ernie didn't run all of the race 2 races because the last few weeks he's kind of put it on you boys.
Yeah, it's been a lot of practicing lately, and Ernie's been kicking butt just as much as all of us lately and trying to just figure out these setups. And he's been consistent, and he says he's not good at Lernerville, but I'm pretty sure he won both fixed series this season. So that's false advertisement by him. He's pretty good at this track, and he put on a show tonight.
Yeah, you did. Well, either way, you are you already had the championship for race 2 locked up before we ever even took the green flag. So kind of a victory lap. I think you finished 8th or 9th there, and Mason had a little bit of trouble. So that locked up the overall championship. So you come out race 2 champion and the overall champion for the season, man. Congratulations on that. It was a wonderful season. You picked up a ton of wins this season over the 2 series, but in the race 2 series, you had about 4 or 5 wins.
Yeah, I think 4 or 5 sounds about right. I really don't keep track that much.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You had 5 wins in the series, which is almost half the races, man. A dominating performance, especially in race 2, and you won the overall by quite a bit. It was only 98 points going in, so he had a shot. But when he finished 19th and you finished inside the top 10, it's probably back up somewhere in the neighborhood of 150. So congratulations on that. Please give us a little bit of time with the way that this quarantine stuff is working to let me get the plaques all made up and ready to ship. But you definitely earned them this season, man. It's a very proud moment for DSRL to have a great champion like yourself up here defending next season, I'm sure.
Yes, I'll be showing up again. I had a lot of fun in this Fixed Thursday series. A lot of great drivers. Even tonight just proves it that I was not able to get to the front like I can do on some nights. It was just the way the track's wearing and the way these guys can work the throttle, and for how slick can get in the feature, you just can't move up that far. And it's been a lot of fun running in this league, and I definitely want to do it again.
Well, it's a lot of fun because the drivers have made it fun. You guys have run the last 4 races in the series, in the 2 series combined, with a total of 6 cautions. One of those caution free, and tonight you guys only did it with 1 caution. It's been amazing to watch you guys, and you know, with the level of competition and knowing that when you guys get out there to go 30 laps, you could go green to checker. You're going to get into lap traffic, and watching you guys do it, you definitely have earned this championship above all the rest, man. And I appreciate it greatly that you come here and race, and it's good to have a good champion like yourself, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Roger. Thanks a lot for putting on the league.
Nate wants me to tell you need to go buy a lottery ticket, by the way.
Yeah, I was a lucky man to get out of school to hold on to that overall. I know I had the race 2 locked up, but Mason put the heat on me this season all the way around. So hats off to him, and he made it for a close battle all the way around.
Well, you helped yourself in the race 1 by scoring points in that race, and so that kept the gap really wide right there. And so, I mean, luck, really, you just needed to show up in that race and race,
Yeah,
and
it was
it
a
almost
lucky
sealed
day.
the deal for both. So you got lucky today because, you skipped class to come race instead of finishing your.
I wouldn't go that far.
No. I told you I was going to do that. I made a promise. I didn't welch him a promise. I said I was going to give him grief, Mike, about skipping class just to come race, and that this was his priority over finishing his apprenticeship class, which
I watch it and just see my points disappear with not show up.
I certainly hope that you guys did graduate because, making it through an apprenticeship program as far as the real world is a big deal, man. You're on to bigger and better things. So congratulations there too. But once again, man, thank you for being DSRL champion. You earned it this season. Great job, buddy. I can't wait to see you defend it next year, man.
Yep, me too. Thanks for putting on the league, Mike for putting on the broadcast, Roger for putting on broadcast, Jeff for admins, and all the guys who also helped out with broadcast and all of it. Raven Graphers for sponsoring. Tim Sims is a big part of this, and he does great things for this league, and it makes a lot of fun and just a lot of motivation to get up front and put on some good racing with all these guys lately with the party packs that he puts out. That's pretty greatly appreciated amongst all. Uh, like and just thank for Edmund Trophies for helping out with the trophy series as well, and all the other guys who put on the show. And I'd like to thank the guys at Black Diamond. We've been putting in a lot of work. All it really is practice, 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 practice. Just get where I've been and be able to put up good points all the way around. And I just hope everyone just gets the patience and just put in the laps to just put up good positions in all races. And it was a lot of fun running with these guys this season at DSRL. We did a lot of clean racing and a lot of respect amongst all and anywhere in the pack, even in the back. I had some great races this year, and I'll definitely show up again for Thursday Series 410s, and hopefully we get an open series. I'm looking forward to that open series in the second if it happens, but otherwise the fixed series gets a good understanding of what the tracks are, and I had a lot of fun running it.
All right, man. Well, thank you very much for all the kind words. I'm sure the sponsors all appreciate that, and congratulations one more time, Justin.
Yep, thanks, Roger.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us here on this Monday night. Any final thoughts from Gary? Gary's first night here with us and did a great job. And just a couple thoughts before we sign off.
What a great night of racing. Ernie Williams picking up the big win here at Lernerville Speedway. Got to see lots of action throughout the night. Definitely a learning experience for me coming from the live mic at Lima Land Motorsports Park, but looking forward to doing this again if Roger will have me back. Big thank you to Tim Nichols and Tim Sims, Matt Henninger with Wicked Cushion Esports, Wicked Energy Gum, General Tire, everybody that helps put this on each and every week, the DSRL. Guys, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for letting me be part of the broadcast tonight.
I appreciate you coming to join us. And, yeah, we would love to have you back whenever you're available. So, the booth is welcomes you to whenever you want to come.
Yeah, man, thanks for doing it, Gary. I really appreciate it. I look forward to working with you myself personally. And real quick before you come back on, I just want to say thank you to all the sponsors. Tim at Tim Sims, Matt, Wicked Energy Gun with Cushion, Steve at Edmund Trophy Company, Doyle over at Raven Graphics, everybody from General Tires, Red Lobster, Super Clean, Lucas Oil, Hoosier Tires, everybody down the line that helps DSRL do what it does. Without you guys, it wouldn't be possible. And without the drivers, none of this would be worth doing. They've done a great job all season. So I want to thank everybody. The fans, you guys, amazing, absolutely amazing to keep supporting us every week. And we really appreciate that. We look forward to season 12. We've been at this for 3 solid years now. And we're looking forward to getting bigger, better, and stronger in year 4, season 12 of the 360 series, and season 5 of the 410 series. So I appreciate that. You guys take it back away. I am going to get out of here. I've got a bunch of things that I've got to do, but thank you guys very much. And Jerry, come and visit with me before you take off for the night, please, sir.
Will do, sir. Once again, thank you very much, Roger, for having me on tonight. Mike, it's been great working with you. Thanks a lot. I look forward to doing this again soon.
All right. I appreciate it. And, yeah, look forward to it again. And for Roger Wagner, Gary Kiesler, Jeff Peterson, my name is Mike Peterson. Thank you for tuning in here tonight. We will be back Wednesday night with the Dirt Sprint Car Championship Series, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Roger will have the call for that one. And I'll be back Thursday night with the Wicked Energy Gun 410 Outlaw Series race. So until Thursday night when we talk again, have a great night. And we will